is Francine Austin. Good afternoon. I am proud to have been able to play a part in this wonderful afternoon in a celebration of Walter Doc Hurley Legacy Weekend. Have you all enjoyed this weekend so far? I'm so happy to see so many representatives from Doc Hurley's life, this community, all of us coming together and honoring a wonderful legacy. It is my honor to be here this afternoon, in particular to honor a man who gave so much of himself to ensure to the next generation and generations to come will be armed with the tools that they needed to become leaders and uplift our community. I would like to take this opportunity and thank all of our volunteers, sponsors. Please give yourselves a round of applause. So this could not have happened without you. I would like to also thank Joanne Price of Fairview Capital. Yes. Dr. Nicola Abdul from Virginia State, the president of Virginia State. But most importantly, I would love for Jean Hurley Cosley, Doc Hurley's daughter, to please stand and give her a hand. I would also like Stacy Cloud, Doc Hurley's granddaughter, Michael Hurley, to please stand, and the great-grandchildren. This is a legacy right here within our own community. At this time, I would like to introduce our Senator Douglas McCoy, who made this happen. Thank
First, I'd like to, I want to thank two specific individuals. I want to thank two people first before I forget. One has already been thanked.
Bring it from the stomach!
So, can you hear me now? I want to thank Joanne Price again for her contribution and support for making this weekend possible. And I also want to thank a person who a lot of you may know, may not know, Mr. Curtis Robinson. For providing the resources when we wanted to bring our yeah, Curtis, stand up. So my girl Francine gave me this speech to give, but I'm just gonna say this. We started this process 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I got involved a couple of days before Doc passed away. We had a conversation in the hospital. We had that man-to-man, fraternity-to-fraternity conversation. And then we lost him 48 hours later. And I wonder, how can we, what would be the appropriate way to honor a man who has done everything in his life to help others?
Yep.
First, he was a mentor for me, a role model, a family man, an educator, a coach, a leader. All the things that we need to see in our community. He embodied all those things. And I said, the only way that this can be done appropriately is we honor him with a statue. And people at the time thought I was crazy. Even people in this community said, well, why would you want to spend money for that?
Yeah.
because they don't know what that man did for us. They don't know that. But after the day, they will know that. And every child that comes through this neighborhood will know when they walk across here and see this statue, they're going to ask, who is that guy? That guy was an ordinary man who walked the same streets that you walk. He went to the same schools you went to. And you would say, well, why does he have a statue? Because we already know that statues are for the people that read the Bible history books. Those people get statues. But we got somebody right here from the north end of Harvard. One of our own. He did his work not in that school, but in that playground. Any park where he did his work. And lastly, he's the only man in Connecticut, the first statue of an African American person in the state of Connecticut. That's the story. I don't have anything else to say. This is a beautiful day. Beautiful folks. I'm glad everyone came out. All the support. Francine, I love you. I just overwhelmed, honestly, guys. I just overwhelmed. So I'm gonna let you take it from here before I start crying.
Short and sweet. I can't say anything after that, right? I'm just so happy to be that Doug approached me about this event. And so when I spent time with Gene, I said to myself, we need a weekend to honor Dr. Hurley. We need a weekend to honor him, not just a day, but a weekend. And we need to honor our community, and so that we can invest in our own community, and that we can give back just like everyone else. So right now, I'm going to take this moment and introduce our mayor, Luke Bronin.
Thanks, Francine. Good morning, everybody. Let's just start with another round of applause for the person who really made this happen, which is Senator Doug McCrory. I also just want to say a few acknowledgments. I want to acknowledge our state representative for this district, Joshua Hall. Our city council member, TJ Clark. Our state representative, Brandon McGee. And our neighboring state representative, Bobby Gibson. There may be other elected officials here, and forgive me if I don't see you, but I also just want to acknowledge every single person here, because looking around this room, every single person here gives our heart and soul to this city every single day. What a turnout, what a crowd to celebrate this great day. And I think it rained 3 months straight, so we could have a beautiful day like this. So I'll be quick, but I just want to say a couple of things. When I bring my 3 kids past this statue, I hope they ask me, who is this statue of? And I'll say that's a statue of a hero.
Yes.
And it's not just because he was a United States Marine who fought gallantly in the Second World War, but because his entire life was dedicated to service and to others and to kids and to lifting up kids and community. And we couldn't have a better role model for my kids or any kids who walk past this statue. And I'm proud of our city that at this time when lots of cities around the country, are talking about what statues they're going to take down because they represent hatred and division and racism, we're putting statues up of people who deserve to be honored for what they did in their life. And coming together around as a community to celebrate that, to teach our kids what a life well lived really means. And lastly, let me just say, most important of all, is that when the hundreds and over the years thousands and thousands of kids walk to school or get dropped off the school bus at the newly renovated MLK school, they're going to walk past this statue. And every day they go in through those doors, they'll walk through a man who was dedicated to education, to their education, who walked in their shoes and walked a path to greatness. So again, to Senator McCrory, who fought for this funding, fought so hard to make this happen, to everybody, Francine Austin, who made today happen, to Vinnie Bagwell, the sculptor, let's give her a round of applause as well. in the entire city of Hartford, to a place that we should all be proud to be citizens standing together. God bless.
Okay, this time I'm going to ask Joanne Price, President of the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving, to please stand, the Chairman of the Board. Thank you.
Here I am again. The only reason I'm up at this time is because the president of the Hartford Foundation was not here today. And I want to say, and everyone has said this, we must give back to our own community. We must do it. Last night there was a challenge. The Hartford Foundation put $10,000 into the scholarship fund. Curtis Robinson matched that with another $10,000. Fairview Capital put in some additional money, but most important, the community donated.
Yes.
And so last night we had a total amount of close to $40,000 pledged to this scholarship. You can go right on the website of the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving and give online. Please do it. Do it every year around graduation, so that we can support all of our children who want to further their education. So thank you all so much.
Yes.
And thank you, this community that has given so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. At this moment, I would like to introduce the President of Virginia State University, Nicola Abdul.
There are some who have graduated from Virginia State College. And they don't want to make sure we say VSC sometimes. Well, I tell you, I am pleased to be here in the shadow of the original Weaver High School, where the sun is shining on the legacy of Walter Doc Hurley. I am pleased to stand in front of you to deliver remarks as the president of his alma mater, Virginia State University. On your shirts it says, the man, the mission, the legacy. Yes. The man was an incredible man. You are all here because you have been impacted by him. He has touched all of you. His mission, of course, and I don't want this to get missed. His mission was that he believed that the power of education to transform lives. He believed that all young people deserve quality education, and that's why he would pick them up, and so many of them send them to Virginia State University and other schools, because he knew how that would transform their lives and transform the community. And his legacy is an incredible one. A regular man, his legacy exists while he is alive. While he is alive, and then his legacy is over. A good man, his legacy exists after he is gone, through the people who he has impacted. Through all of you, through the people who he has impacted, who carry on his legacy. But a great man, his legacy is through the people, from the people who he has impacted and those who they impact. I want you to look around at how many young people are here. Yes. How many young people who did not know Walter Doc Hurley? Yes. How many young people who are here who they also need the power, the transformational power of education, and how many of us have banded together to make that happen through gifts, through the $40,000 that we raised last night, but also through the mentoring and the giving that we give to our young people. And so let us continue. Let us continue while we look at this statue again. As I mentioned last night, I'm very sure that Walter Doc Hurley would not have been impressed by this statue. He would not have been impressed by that, but he would have been impressed by our work, continuing to do the work to make sure the kids go to college. Thank you very much.
At this time, we would like to have Benny Bagwell, the sculptor, please come up here. Man. commitment. Commitment is what turns promises into reality. Coming through day after day, night after night, year after year. And the beauty of this particular public artwork is that it's the first sculpture of a contemporary African-American man in the state of Connecticut. That's a big deal. As the mayor mentioned, cities all over the country are evaluating their public artwork, and what a lot of people don't realize is that artists are the ones who are the stewards of civilization. We're the ones who map the assets of a community. And this artwork represents the value system of Hartford. And you all really be very proud about that. It's been marvelous learning about the legacy of Doc Hurley, and I'm so pleased to be here today. It was a long road. And I hope that you will love the sculpture and that you will make sure that it is well cared for and that this place remains sacred because it's important. It's a reflection of your community. I want to thank the state of Connecticut. I'll never forget our first conversation, though. We ended it with, we're going to rock this. We're going to see in a minute. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Benny. Thank you. At this time, I would love to call forward Senator Douglas McCory, Joshua Hall, and all his colleagues and all of our dignitaries. Of course you know them.
So I just want to add, just real quickly, that how fitting. I don't know, some of you know that I'm the chair of the Education Committee in the state of Connecticut. The first black chair of the Education Committee in Connecticut. I just want to say one thing. My colleague here, Bobby Gibson, came to me at the beginning of the session and said he wanted to make sure that Black and Latino studies are taught in our public schools from now on. And he led that charge. And I said, we can make it happen. We're going to make it happen. And just 2 days ago, we finally put the final nail in the coffin that Black and Latino studies will be taught in all our public schools. And I say that these young men are about to graduate, but how fitting would it be for kids in Connecticut in the next couple of years, when they start learning about history, the city of Hartford will have their own proud son in those history books, Doc Hurley. They will be educated and know what the legacy of Doc Hurley is. I want to thank my colleagues here, all of them, for fighting for education at another level. Thank you very much.
We also have one of our own educators and a Doc Hurley Scholarship recipient, has class of '93, Anitra Ori. I just would like to give you a quick background on Anitra Ori. Anitra Ori graduated from Weber High School in '93, received the Doc Hurley Scholarship, went on to Trinity College to study neuroscience. She believed in our community, left corporate America, came back, received a master's degree at St. Joseph's College, and is now ready to teach at Weber High School. Anitra,
So I spoke last night, and I was thinking about it this morning, and a lot of people were asking me last night, like, how can you leave making 6 figures to come back to be a teacher? And usually my response is, how can you not? And so I think for me, I had an epiphany where I decided that I wanted to live beyond myself and figure out how could I do more than just spend money on me and do things just for me. And the first thing I thought about was becoming a teacher, and the path was set forth, things just fell into place, and it's the best job I've ever had. And so I charge people to think about what you can do beyond yourself. Sometimes it is monetary donations, sometimes it's changing your life. And I always joke with my cousin, and he says, why do you want to be a teacher? I said, listen, I got to change this world one student at a time. Right? So we all take on the challenge of trying to change one student at a time. Imagine what our community could be. So think about yourself, take some time to reflect. When you find your passion and your purpose, you'll never work a day in your life.
I would be remiss not to have Joshua Hall, another one of Doc Hurley Scholarship recipients. Please come to the podium.
Oh, it's a great day today. And I would just say that behind every great man is a great family that allows him to do that great work. And I just want to thank the Hurley family once again for giving and sharing your father, your grandfather, and your great-grandfather with our community. This is actually real personal for me. And I tell this story all the time. Without the scholarship that Doc Hurley provided, I wouldn't be standing before you today. I come from a family of 8 children, all of us college-bound and in college. And when you have a family of children and going to college, finances get real tight. And without the resources that Doc Hurley provided me, I wouldn't be able to go to Norfolk State University. And behold, that green and gold. It's a great state. It's a great state. And so just thank you to everyone who came out and all the work that was put behind this. And as my colleague, Senator Corey said, and said so eloquently, the stories and the history that we talk about today is now going to be read based on the work that our colleagues have done in the state capitol. And so thank you all and have a wonderful day once again.
Okay, now the time that you've all been waiting for. Can I please have Jim and Senator Douglas McCory come to the front? Everybody ready? Everybody ready? And then you all are going to fall back to the side.